So this is a review of the Rimowa Classic cabin bag. Ooh, there's Arabica. So yeah, this is the first Rimowa that I've ever bought actually, and this is the first trip that I'm going on with it. So I'll be giving you a review of, I don't know, whether it's worth buying one of these suitcases or not. Obviously there's a lot of hype about them. They're obviously owned by LVMH. So when Louis Vuitton, Moet and Hennessy touches something, usually they do a pretty good job as long as it's in the luxury segment. We're flying today out of Abu Dhabi and heading to the US. So I'm gonna have this bag with me for about 2 weeks. So I'll be able to really put it to the test. But overall, to be honest, it glides really, really smoothly. It looks super, super nice. The first downside is that there's no give in it. So you need to make sure that whatever you have fits properly, because there's absolutely no give at all. So the first thoughts about it is that it definitely glides really, really smooth. So those wheels, no matter what position you're pushing it, you can even add speed, spin it around, and there's no issues, which is really, really nice. It's actually the first time that I started traveling with a carry-on suitcase, and it's a massive hack. If I didn't have this bag on me now because I'm with my wife, then it would be extremely, extremely smooth. You don't have any pressure on your back. As soon as you walk, everything glides and flows. So yeah, I think highly recommended, worth it. From a cabin baggage perspective, to travel, if you're going to travel a lot, is to definitely buy a cabin baggage that you can put your backpack on. Now, what's the downside of the Rimowa is that it doesn't have any give, which I mentioned, and also there's no like pockets or anything which you can access while you're on the move. But if you have your backpack, then obviously that doesn't really matter, because you have all your access that you need in your backpack. So I'd say if you're traveling only with a carry-on bag, then you probably might not make sense to go with a Rimowa. But if you're gonna put a backpack on top, then I think the functionality point doesn't really make a difference. But it's a pure aesthetic play, to be honest. Look, the thing looks expensive. It looks gorgeous. You can see the craftsmanship. I'll go into a little more, all the little details and stuff, a little later on. So because we're flying to the US, and in Etihad, actually you go through US customs before you reach the US, which is actually pretty cool, to be honest. We basically have to go from the Zayed terminal to the US terminal to go through the customs and all of that. So that's kind of whack, to be honest, to have to switch and go on a bus, but not such a big deal. So I'll tell you one thing between flying private and then flying just commercial, just the amount of time you spend in the airport is just crazy. Like, it's just wasted time. So I mean, I guess you understand why people who are extremely wealthy and their time is very, very valuable, they opt to go private, because you literally can get to the airport 20 minutes, 30 minutes, be on the plane. Within an hour, you're in the sky. Whereas in a normal situation like this, from the point of time before you depart the gate and all of that, it can be like 3 or 4 hours, really, you know what I mean?